Hi, I'm Michael Davidson with Novo Health Services, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to count and service a linen cart using the LinenMaster app for iPad. The method I'm going to show you in this video works best if you're going up onto the floors to count multiple units before coming back to the linen room to retrieve the linen to fill them back up. We'll show you another method in a later video. So the first thing that we need to do is turn our iPad on. Do that by hitting the home button, hit it again, and you can punch in the unlock code for your facility to get to the home page. At this point, you are looking for the LinenMaster app, which is this one right here. It's got a blue star on it and says LinenMaster below that. We're going to click that, and this is the home page for LinenMaster. So there's a few buttons on here. There's an OnHand button, restock, shipped, and synced. We're not going to be using the restock button for this demonstration. We will talk about that in a later video. So the first thing we need to do before anything is hit the sync button. The sync needs to be done at the beginning of your day before anything's been counted, and it needs to be done at the very end of the day once you're done servicing all your areas. This is very important. If it's not synced before and after, we won't capture any of the data. So we're going to go ahead and sync. You can see that it's working here. There we go. So now that it's synced, you can see down here it tells you the time that it was last synced. So you can always check that if you're unsure if it's been done or not. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the OnHand button, and this is the first page that comes up. This page is a list of all the departments available for you to do work in on that particular day. From in here, we're going to select the department that we're at. We're doing ER right now, so we're going to select ER, and this is the page that comes up next. What this is the first page of all the different items that are on the par for this particular cart. So you can scroll through using these arrow buttons. You can go to the right and back to the left, and it will have every single item that is required here. So we're going to start with the first item, which is bath blankets, and we're going to count what is available to us here. Looking at this cart, there are no bath blankets on the cart right now, so we're going to leave that at 0. The next item is bath towels. We did some pre-counts for time purposes here. We've got 12 towels on the cart, so we're going to type 12 in. We're going to go to the next item, which is our blue combination gown. There are 6 on the cart, so we type 6 in. And we're going to do this for every single item until we get to the end. Now, the way you know you're at the end is when it won't scroll to the right any further, or if you look underneath the item here, this one says item 9 of 9. So it's the last item for this particular cart. So this cart has been counted now. We're going to move to the next cart to count. So what we do is, up here in the top left corner is a blue arrow, and this one says OnHand. We're going to hit that blue arrow. It's basically the page back button. So it'll take us back one page. You can see there's a green dot here. That's telling us that we've already counted the ER cart. So we're going to the next cart. So wherever we go to next, if I go to labor and delivery, I'll click labor and delivery, and we'll repeat the process until every area that we intend to count on this trip to the floors is done. Once we've got our counts, we need to fill the cart back up to par. So to do that, we're going to click that page back button once, which takes us there, back to your list of departments for OnHand. We're going to click back one more time, which takes us to the home screen. At this point, we're going to hit the ship button. Now, when you hit shipped, that screen comes up. It looks exactly like the second page on the OnHand side. It's a list of your departments. So we're going to click ER. And from here, it's going to give us an almost identical page to the one that we saw under OnHand, except for one pretty minor difference, pretty major difference actually. Right here in red, I don't know if you can see this, but it says requires 25, and we're on the bath blanket page. So what this is telling us is it needs 25 blankets to get back to par. So we're going to go ahead and put the linen on the cart. All right, so the 25 bath blankets have been put on. But what we have to do now is tell the system that we put the blankets on the cart. So there's two ways to do that. Number one is we can either type the amount of blankets in, or we can hit this fill button right here. And when I hit the fill button, watch what happens. Two things. Number one, you can see 25 showed up where the 0 was in the ship quantity column. And below it, that red requires 25 turned to green, letting us know that we have filled the requirement. So we're going to go through. Bath towels are calling for 13. So the 13 towels have been placed on the cart. We're going to hit fill again. Next item is the blue combination gown. It's asking for 19. And we'll tell Linen Master that we filled it. And so on and so on. So once the carts have all been serviced and you're done filling your requirements, all of them should be showing green, every single item. We're going to hit that back page button again. It'll take us back to the screen with all of the units on it, and we're going to hit it one more time to take us back to the home page. At this point, if we're done for the day, we sync again. That will push all the data that we've collected through the system to generate billing, to generate orders, to generate the reports that we provide for you. One question that we get from time to time is, how do we service a cart that's already been counted early in the morning if they call down and need more linen? This happens quite often. It's very simple. You do not have to recount the entire cart just to bring up one or two items, or anything rather, for this particular cart. So this is the ER. Let's say the ER called down and asked for more bath blankets because they ran out. And we decide, okay, we're going to bring them 25 more. That was their par earlier, so we'll bring them 25. Very simple. You don't need to go under OnHand since there's no counting to be done. We're going to go straight into shipped where our requirements are. We're going to find the ER, and we're going to find that particular item. Here it is right on top, the bath blankets. So as you can see from earlier, we're showing full par added, or rather, we're back up to full par in the amount that we placed on the cart right there. So we're going to bring 25 more bath blankets. It's very simple to do. All you've got to do is hit this plus button. The quantity that you're bringing up, which is 25 more, and if you look up here in this box, you can see it's actually showing the math for you, 25 plus 25. And then you hit the equals button. You see you're showing 50 now as the total delivered on that day to that particular unit. Now one thing you will notice too is down here, the requirement number stays the same. It's still showing 25 required per your count earlier, but it has now changed back to red. The only reason for that is because we are over par. It will stay at red if we're over par or under par. It will only change to green if we are at par. Once we've done that, we're going to back out 2 pages, just like we did before, to our main screen, and if we are done for the day, we will hit sync. Thank you very much.